Still green across the board. Everything looks good. We're about 6 minutes live. Greetings, Koopalings, and welcome back to the Nintendo Shack. Today is August 7th, 2019, and tonight we record episode 93 of the Nintendo Shack podcast. You can call me Donnie, and the peanut butter to my jelly is Caroline. Let us begin the show like we do every week by thanking all of those that support us over at patreon.com/PSVG. Caroline, hit me with a haiku.
I don't have a haiku.
What?
Anymore. We don't have haikus anymore. I gotta find a replacement.
Then you gotta do a poem or something. We gotta give them something.
Haikus are poems.
We gotta give the people what they want, right. Caroline.
Patrons that are listening, please let me know in the PSVG Battle Pass channel what you want to hear.
They can't stand for this. Thank you, Coach. Thanks, Callow, Barry, Josh, Chris, Devin, Kyle, Benji, Paul, and Joel. Thank you for everything that you do to support PSVG, the Nintendo Shack, and everybody else each and every month. We just gave away PlayStation Classic. That may or may not be legal. Street legal.
Stop.
I'm going to stop you right there.
Just stop talking.
Just stop right there.
Before the FBI comes knocking on your door, Mr. Security.
And we're going to announce its replacement into the Patreon of the month, the Patron of the Month Club. I keep trying to find a weird title to call it because I don't want to call it like a lottery or like a giveaway. So I think I'm going to go with Patron of the Month Club, like a wine of the month thing.
Podum.
You like that?
No.
That's dumb. All right, let's jump into what we've been playing. Caroline, your list looks pretty short.
It looks short because I abbreviated everything. Man, this game is so good. So I beat Edelgard's route. It's done. It's completed. The ending cinematic's fantastic. I can't wait. I watched it again. Like, when you go back and look at movies, you can choose to watch it either as the male or the female Byleth, which is really cool, because I wouldn't have played through it again as a female anyway. It's great. I started Golden Deer route, so I'm my second and fourth. What?
I'm going to stop you before we start talking about the second run. On a couple things. When you beat the first run, you all caps messaged me that this is your favorite Fire Emblem game ever.
It is.
Now I cautioned you to not be so knee-jerk reactionary to your feelings. It's easy to feel that way whenever you beat any game. Now that you've slept on it for a few nights, you 100%, you're wholeheartedly sticking with this.
The story is phenomenal.
Really?
It's so good, and I want to know every loose end and every possible which way that the story could go.
I gotcha. That's high praise. I mean, that's serious praise.
The only day that I haven't played Fire Emblem was this past Sunday when I had a migraine. And Brian was playing Breath of the Wild and beat Breath of the Wild that day. So,
I felt similarly when I beat Breath of the Wild. And it took a second time before I really was like, can I really say no to Wind Waker? Because Wind Waker had been so close to me for so long. And after the second time I beat it, I was like, it is better than Wind Waker.
Yeah.
But it was tough.
I was hesitant too, but I'm very big on story in games. Mm-hmm. So a big story and a good story is something that will impact me in my decision. And Story and Awakening's like still my second favorite, but this one is just incredible.
So
it really is.
Best Fire Emblem game ever.
Yes.
That's incredible. Okay. The other thing I want to talk to you about was the actual movies. I've played a little bit more and I've gotten into some of these cutscenes and they are fantastic. Do they run okay for you? At times they look a little choppy for me.
So the reason that they're running choppy is because there's some, I can tell because I do art and animation and stuff, and half of the ones like for the main characters, so like your main three leaders and big war scenes and stuff like that, those are done with 3D models. So they've kind of got that Fire Emblem Warriors look to them where they've taken a 3D model and skinned it to look like an anime. Then there's other actual scenes that are just drawn 2D animation, like where they're introducing the characters and those shots. Those are just 2D. So you might be seeing sluggish when it's the 3D models being rendered. And that's probably one. I think all of the...
And when I say choppy, I mean like some old like Dragon Ball Z cartoons kind of look. Yeah, like they kind of like skip at times. You're like, what?
Yeah. I understand what you're talking about. I think it's a stylistic choice. I don't think that it was like...
That's what I was thinking. I don't think it's like the system not running well. I actually do think that's a style thing.
I think it, like, because I mean, it's a movie. I don't think they are rendering the characters as they... I know they're not, because I've seen in the game stuff where my Edelgard class that I gave her was not represented in the final cut. So all it is just based on, are you male or female Byleth? That's it. So they're all pre-rendered.
I am through the time skip.
Dang. Okay, so which one did you choose? Which one did you choose?
All right, hang on. Let me rephrase. I'm at the point to choose at the time skip.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't know what I'm going to do.
See? Okay.
So I just kind of put it on hold. I was like, I'm going to sit on this for a minute.
So
I haven't looked it up yet, though. I don't know what happens. I just don't know what I want to choose.
Very conflicting fight where you fight her, and I was like, no, my baby, I can't. I was in turmoil for 45 minutes.
Not only did I fight her, I mean, I lost Hubert too, and I wanted to tell you that up until this thing, Hubert was a boss.
Have you been playing classic or casual?
Classic.
Oh, he got killed.
No, I'm sorry, casual.
Okay, I was about to say.
No, yeah, I always play casual. I've never played permadeath.
Okay.
I can't do that.
Yeah,
I know there's people out there that would love to. Yeah,
through the roof.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't
God, no.
fathom losing somebody I love forever. Like, no, I can't do that.
Can't either.
So I'm sorry, that was way off. Yeah, I'm playing casual, but I lost Hubert, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do, because the story is kind of pulling me in one direction, but I really want my people back. Like, I've come too far now. Hubert was he's a warlock, and dude is awesome. I was like, I don't want to play the rest of this game without. This is ridiculous.
You should have killed the Death Knight twice and gotten Dark Seals and turned him into a Dark Mage and Dark Bishop, because oh my goodness, that's something. I'm doing
why you gotta throw shade on my warlock?
I'm just saying.
He's got a magic staff. He just dominates all kinds of folks.
But I'm saying the Dark Mage class is...
Those monsters, he owns those monsters. The monster's got nothing on my Hubert. He just is like, psh, you ought to use your stupid shield. Get out of here.
Yeah, Hubert was one of my strongest, squishiest, but strongest.
Now that I'm a little further in, I understand the Gambit stuff a little bit more now, and I'm glad that they put it in there. And I was going to ask you, because, I mean, I know the games are very different, but do you think the whole monster big tile stuff is maybe out of there, like a play to like get a little monster huntery action in there, like on scale, like on the screen?
I think they play a part in the game. They're introduced really from, crests and what goes awry when you don't have a crest and you're trying to wield one of the relics and you turn into this gigantic beast. Now, there are actual beasts. You have special days where you can go out and battle and fight rare monsters. There's some paralogs that have them in there.
Yep, I did those.
I'm just trying to think.
Do you know what level you were when you entered the time skip?
I was a little over 20 for everybody.
Okay. So I've got a lot of my folks are in the 30s. And I was going to say that because I think...
You're fine.
Oh, no. So here's what I was going to say. Listening to what Kaiju was telling us in the Discord, I think I'm doing too much leveling up.
You are.
I've always done that. I've always done a lot of grinding because I got through the time skip battle. I'm trying not to spoil things. I got through that with like ease. Like one hitting everybody like left and right, like get out of my way.
This one I'm this playthrough, my second playthrough, I'm grinding because I want to max 50 everybody.
Nice.
50 is your max level.
Okay.
So I want to do that.
That's good to know. I didn't know that.
Here's another thing. When the lower level you are, so like if you're in the early 20s, there's a time skip and characters will level more based over the time skip, just automatically level up based on how low they are. So if you're like,
so it doesn't even matter that I did all this grinding.
It does, because you will still gain levels, and you'll be pretty ahead of the curve for the rest of the game, I think. But if you have teens, they'll be 25, whereas if you had some 23, 24s, they might just be 28 or something.
I got you. So I play Pokemon very similarly. I'll just get to
Right.
the point where I'll grind up my
I do too.
Pokemon, and then I'm
One
gonna
shot
go.
'em.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always kind of played that way. I don't know. I'm just a little, I don't know, conservative.
I'm in the 12th month right now, which is the month of the dance and all that stuff. And
I enjoyed the ball.
My characters are all around 25.
That was really pretty, like animation and visuals. Yeah, that was really good. Some of these cutscenes are really good, which is weird because, again, I don't want to harp on it. I don't think it's that big of a deal, honestly. But again, just to say it, I don't think it's like the best looking game I've seen now that I've spent more time on it. And actually, let me put it this way. I haven't played as much Fire Emblem this week as I wanted to. But this week I played almost 100% portable, which is new. Like, I've actually drained my Switch 2 or 3 times, so I'm getting into Breath of the Wild level sessions with this. I've been playing at work a lot because it's been a busy week. My daughter's making my life a living hell. So, in between doing that and all the life stuff I've been doing all these home improvement stuff, I've been playing Fire Emblem on the go or portably or while I'm watching TV and stuff like that. And it's edgy, and like some of the textures are super flat and old. Like, if you go look at the fruit...
I get that. Like, there's some stuff that are just, you can tell they were drawn on the clothes.
If you go look at the fruit in the marketplace by the shops...
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's like an image that just... Like a 64... It's like an N64 image of a thing.
Well, it just makes me wonder, were they originally planning on putting this on 3DS when they were starting to develop it?
Yep. That makes you wonder if they're sharing some engine stuff, if there's something going on there. Yeah. Also, when the characters level up and like all of the graphics come over the screen, but they're in the background, that background shot's super fuzzy. Like, super fuzzy.
I know what you're talking about.
Like 480p fuzzy. Everything, like the faces, everything loses all texture detail.
But you're talking about on portable.
I am.
So like all of the particle effects
handheld.
All the particle effects and stuff causes everything in the background.
Yeah, so like all of the menu, like the menu comes up, the little ribbon across, you've leveled up level 16, it goes all the ding, ding, ding. But in the background, you see Petra, holding her sword or whatever. She's super flat texture.
Huh. All right. I haven't picked up on that. I'm going to now.
These are like weird things that my eyes pick up, but like especially in portable mode, it's not like a super great looking game, but at the same time, there are animation scenes, there are cut scenes in there that are gorgeous. They're absolutely beautiful. So like if you're gonna knock it for what it isn't, also give it credit for what it is. And like the battlefields have never looked better. So I mean, we knew that going in. We saw that, but the battlefields are fantastic with the flame effects, the water effects, weather effects. I mean, the battlefields are gorgeous. I need more beach battles. Hoping there's more of that in the second round. Need more beach battles.
I think the DLC is definitely going to have beach battles.
Different beach Need map. Swimsuit DLC too. Yes,
do you know what I've noticed that's bothering me? The sauna area in the monastery.
Yeah?
It's completely unused.
I was going to ask you, can you go into it? Because I can't, and it kind of bothered me. I was like, wait a minute. There are no sauna scenes? What the hell?
Brian thinks it's reserved for DLC.
They've already got my money. I've already given them the season pass.
Me too. I've already bought it too.
I want sauna stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about a Xenoblade Fire Emblem crossover DLC?
Please, God.
Where you get back to the hot tub scene and starts from there.
I'd cry.
That'd be great. That's Nintendo Avenger type levels of stuff. All right. So you're on your second playthrough. You're playing with Claude. You keep whining and drooling and fawning over this guy.
He's wonderful.
How awesome are the Golden Deer? Because they've got all the archers, right?
They only have Claude and Ignatz. They're not
That's
that
it?
much. That's it.
So I only have the one archer, and it's like the one thing that I really upset because I love Bernadetta and I love she's so useful.
Yeah.
That I think that's a big reason why I like her so much. She's so useful. I wish I had more archers. Like I could use 4 more archers.
Get Shamir. You can recruit Shamir.
Okay.
You need to be recruiting all
I have other people that can use bows and have, C-level type stuff.
Yeah.
But they're also mages, which also kind of double as archers.
Well, the thing is, you use those. Yeah, I guess so. You're supposed to give your mages like a close range weapon.
None of my mages have close range weapons.
That's a mistake.
They've got staffs and they've got bows. I don't always use the bows because I mainly use most of their magic stuff. But my magic, I got to tell you, never in my time as a Fire Emblem player have I ever carried this much magic. Like half my team are mages and stuff, and they're just so OP. Crazy. They're powerful. You just drop so much damage with those folks.
You really should consider giving a lance or something to your magic groups, because if they are stuck, magic classes can't hit one-on-one. You have to be apart.
Yeah.
Always make sure that they have one, so if they get up against something, they will automatically parry
Hubert
back.
has a sword and a bow, and the other guy, Linnet, whatever, what's his name? Linhart. I can't remember his name. I think he's very unimportant. I want to say I think he has the same. I think he has a bow and a sword, just a regular sword. But I never use them for that.
Just so long as they have one to fall back on when they are not.
Do you use Flayn? Is there any point in investing into her? Because she's pretty terrible, and I'm ready to swap her out, like get her out.
Flayn actually got pretty good, but depending on what you do, I'm not going to say anything.
Okay. My last question is, when do I get more adjutants per battle?
I got up to 2, and that was it.
Towards the end?
I just had 1. I just had 2. So I mean, I think
I've only had 1 up to this point. I have 1.
Okay, I think
and I want more. I want 2 or 3. I want to pair people off. I was going to say that's one thing that I'm missing from Fates is I miss being able to pair units together and move them together, because now it feels like a slog moving them all individually.
I only got 2. I think you get the second one after time skip.
Okay.
It's based on professor level. The higher your professor level, the more adjutants you get.
I think I'm at like a B+ already.
Oh, you should have a second one then. It's got to be time skip then.
Okay. All right. That makes me feel better. I'm sorry. Keep going with your golden deer.
Claude and tea time is wonderful. It's wonderful.
I got perfect tea time with Dorothea.
Phenomenal. Well, that's easy. She's a slut.
Wow. There'll be no shaming here in Nintendo Shack. Let me thank you very much.
She says so herself. She's trying to find a husband.
I'm just saying, there'll be no shaming.
Every day.
There's no need to throw slanderous words. Some of my favorite people.
All right. Claude is, oh my god.
That's a good term here in Nintendo Shack land.
Brian gives me such crap. He told me today, he said, tell Claude I said hello and that he and I should have no homo tea afterwards. All right.
Second playthrough? Just good, bad? Is it very different? How like, just give us that. Give us high level.
Part 1 is very similar. Part 1 is pretty much similar. There are some instances that
would you advocate? Well, I guess you can't. No, you can't. I was gonna say, would you advocate maybe like keeping a save before the choice, but it doesn't matter. You can't, right? You still need to go back to play with the other guys.
For you, I would.
I'm not replaying this. I'm gonna go my way, and I'm gonna play it, and that'll be it. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna keep playing it.
Stupid. That's such a waste.
Maybe later on, maybe down the road, a year or 2 from now, when I've forgotten it and I want to come back, maybe I'll re-experience it. But that's not how I play. I don't play games to play every campaign. I play games to play my campaign, and that's my story that I take from it.
Do yourself a favor.
Do you have any idea how many games have so many different outcomes? I don't play them to see them all. That's insane.
I'm a 100%er. I don't know.
I'm a 100%er.
You owe it to yourself to at least make another save file right now. I'm glad I accidentally
I am. No. I'm a Fire Emblem fan. I got multiple saves. I can go back 3-4 different chapters. Our buddy Kaiju learned that the hard way. I felt bad for him. He's like, guys, I can't win. I don't know what to do. I'm like, lose? I don't know what to tell you. You should have kept a separate save. Always keep a separate save. Yeah. I always save one file, and then I save one more. And then I always kind of update my file.
5 save slots, and then they've got an autosave. So I'm doing it where I'm saving all of my cleared files, and I'm keeping them. I'm not saving over them and stuff. So I'm going to have 4 and then 1 free.
Okay. Well, I'm playing Fire Emblem, as you can hear. That's what I've been playing mostly. However, I did sell my Fire Emblem extras, my goodies. I sold that calendar and the box. And the soundtrack. I kept the steelbook, and I got the game. So I'm totally good.
I have to mention something, too, on that note.
And I used that money that I sold the little extra goodies for, and I bought Super Mega Baseball 2, which is out on the eShop. And it's fantastic. Now, I haven't played it a bunch, because I've been playing mostly Fire Emblem. But I've played it a little bit. Don't get me wrong. I played a couple hours. I've also played this game before. I played the original for a bunch of hours. I played the second one when it came out to Xbox a little bit, not that much. And by large, this port runs like it does on other consoles on Switch. Now, it's a cartoony game, so don't, it's like that's not saying anything. But I'm having no issues. No slowdowns, no skips. It doesn't look super fuzzy. Not in portable mode. It looks great in docked. Yeah. And if you've never played Super Mega Baseball and you're a sports fan, the Super Mega Baseball has been the best baseball game, I think, on the market for the past 3 or 4 years. Unless you're super into Major League Baseball and you want the show and all the season stuff, the game of Super Mega Baseball is like just a going back in time to the arcadey baseball games of yesteryear. And they're so much fun. And the teams and the characters, they have so much personality. And it's so much fun to blast a home run over the wall and all that stuff. So I've been playing that, and I do think it's a little bit expensive. It's $30 right out of the gate. It does include all the DLC. I think it's a little high, but they can always come down. If I hadn't have sold my little goodies for some money, I would not have bought it. But because I did, I reinvested into it. I also picked up Doom 3. Doom 3 is fantastic. Doom 3 looks great in portable mode. Unlike Doom, the downported 480p game. This game looks fantastic because it's an Xbox game. Like, not Xbox One, the Xbox, the original Xbox. This game came out in 2004. So, look, it's not like the greatest looking game ever. But when you're playing it portably, it looks like you're running a 360 game in the palm of your hands. And I gotta still admit, there are still points where even that is pretty impressive. You're sitting there and you're like, man, the 3DS has come a long way. And it's a super fun first-person shooter. You go blast some aliens with shotguns for $10. Like, we don't have a whole lot of them on the Switch. And if you like that type of stuff, there's something for you to think about. And speaking of that, tomorrow Turok 2 HD comes out. I'm very excited, and I have money reserved to buy that too. I still think it's a little high, but I love the Turok game, and I would love to go back and revisit it. And not the original Turok. I always thought that one was a little boring. Turok 2, Turok 3, that's more my jam. So I'm planning on picking that one up. So you can hear from me next week on that. But yeah, I just wanted to get those little ins while I could. And I posted gameplay and pictures and screens of Doom 3, like running on the handheld. Like it really looks good. Like it looks good for an old game. Obviously, it's a retro game, but for a retro game, it looks great.
I bought something too.
I mean, we're always buying stuff. So
I know, but I bought something substantial.
Is it though?
It's substantial. It's the biggest thing in my collection now.
This is true.
Or it will be.
This is true. This marks back-to-back weeks that you and I both have made significant investments into our, and I say this for me, quote, collection. I don't collect things, but I do collect some things. I have a couple things.
I bought a Shantae Game Boy Color cartridge.
The only thing that I know about this, honestly, is from our relationship. I would never have known what this was had we never crossed paths. I never heard about it before you. I know, I love Shantae. And I, even for having played and bought all the Shantae games, didn't even know this existed. So why don't you give everybody a little background on what this is?
Shantae, for the Game Boy Color, is the first Shantae game. It came out so late in the Game Boy Color's lifetime that it came out in 2002, to the point that they actually wrote on the box, hey, this is enhanced on Game Boy Advance. Like, I mean, the Game Boy Advance was out.
They're like, don't buy this.
Well, I mean, there were so few printed. And it is so limited. You can buy a full in-box game with the manual and everything for like $1,500, I think. I'm not going to disclose what I paid for this, but I paid...
Wait a minute. What was that number again?
$1,500 for the full thing in the box.
That's almost 20% of what that NES game just sold for. That $9,000 game.
I know. So I'm not going to disclose what I paid for just the cartridge, but all I had been caring about is just the cartridge. But it was $200 cheaper than what their going rate has been. So I was jumping on it like white on rice.
It's funny, you won't say what you paid, but anybody with that knowledge can figure it out. You can go to eBay and figure it out pretty well.
Yeah. I'm thrilled. I'm very thrilled. I have my own way of putting my Game Boy and my Virtual Boy titles in. I put them in cassette cases, like actual cassette tapes.
Yeah.
And I've made like all these labels for them. So
nice.
I bought all these cassette tapes, and there's like 150 of them coming in a box to me this weekend, and I'm gonna have fun making covers, cases.
Yeah. Super fun. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for you. I know how long you've wanted this. Now that you have it, what are you going to do?
This is my holy grail item.
Are you going to play it? You're going to stare at it? You're going to give it like a throne? Like what happens now?
It has a new battery in it, so I may attempt to stick it in and play it on my Game Boy Advance. But we'll see. I'm very nervous about it. I don't even want to like put it in because I'm like, oh, with the label gets messed up just a little bit, it devalues it and all that stuff. So
very cool. Exciting. Well, let's move on in the show to the news block. Now, we didn't have a whole lot of news, to be quite honest with you. A little slow, but we did have some news today. Caroline, take it away.
Take it away! All right, we got Pokemon Sword and Shield. It was literally just a 2-minute video. I was hoping that it would be a little bit more substantial than this, but...
Yeah, I gotta admit, too, I haven't got to rewatch it yet. I only got to watch it the first time through.
I don't have time to rewatch it. It's 2 minutes!
With the volume down, I might add. Like, I was not even listening to it the whole time.
Okay. Starts out with Galarian forms. So you have Alolan forms in Sun and Moon. We now have a Galarian forms for the Galar region.
I like this. Make old things new again. That's good stuff.
I do too. I really enjoy it. Makes things... I don't know. I love the Alolan forms, and I know that these are probably going to be hot too. First off, this is my favorite part of the entire thing. Weezing is literally like some smokestacks with like old men mustaches.
But like a smokestack's like a top hat.
Top hat, I know.
It's
perfect. It's absolutely perfect. He's a poison fairy type.
They've made Weezing awesome, and that's I never would have imagined.
Can't justify like how amazing this is. So you have to go see it if you haven't seen it. My favorite part so far. We also got Galar form of Zigzagoon, which is the raccoon you remember from the Hoenn region. It's a dark normal type, so it's kind of black and white skunk-like with red eyes. It evolves into Galarian form Linoon, also dark and normal type. And for the first time, it finally gets an evolution into a third form, which is Obstagoon, which is also dark and normal type.
I got a lot of people on Twitter saying this was like the Gene Simmons Pokemon.
I can see that.
From
it's
like
totally
Kiss.
Some Kiss. Brian just said it looked like skunk. Brian said, poor British region. The Brits get skunks and smokestacks. So. There was a new Pokemon announced after that. It is this region's electric rodent. So kind of like Pikachu, Pluslemin, Dedenne, all of those. Morpeko. It's a form-changing Pokemon. It is electric dark type, so its normal type is electric. In full belly mode, so it likes to eat a lot. And then it turns dark when it gets hangry in hangry mode. This is like me. That's
super cute. That's super meta.
Oh my god, I get hangry. So...
I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought it was like one of the other electric mouse Pokemon. I was like, oh, I've seen that Pokemon before. It seems like a combination of all of them. Like kind of together. It's Pikachu-esque. It kind of does.
It had the Pikachu tail.
Yeah.
It kind of looked a little bit like
it's Frankensteinish.
Togedemaru. Yeah. They all kind of look alike. I think the only one that doesn't look like is Pachirisu.
It's super cute. Don't get me wrong. Cute. I like Morpeko. I'm gonna have one. So yeah.
I kept calling it Markpedo, like Sharpedo. All right, we got 2 new rivals. So like, our main rival is Hop, right? But Bede or Bede, I don't know how you pronounce this name. Bede. It's like an older look. I wouldn't say old, but like it's either a guy or a girl with like whitish, silverish, purplish hair in a trench coat.
He's not old. He's just blonde.
Is it a he or a she though?
It's a he. I think it's a he. When I saw it, I thought it was a he. Maybe I'm way off. Now again, I watched the trailer with the sound way down, so
Japan is very ambiguous with their genders.
He kind of looks like he's in a boy band. So
I see that. Yeah. No, just gonna... And then Marnie. This girl has all the fan art already.
Oh, I'm sure.
All of it. Marnie is like this British punk rock kind of...
She's awesome.
She looks great.
She's amazing.
Literally the epitome of British punk. Team Yell, Y-E-L-L, as in yellow without the, like, hey, what are you doing?
With a rebel yell.
They are Marnie's wild fans. Marnie and Team Yell have, like, they all have this punk look to them. So they're kind of more punk looking than Team Skull.
Yeah, as I say, not all that different than Team Skull, but but more. A little more
British
spike, a
punk.
little
I
more,
mean,
yeah.
It literally is British.
That's what I said in our Discord. I immediately picked up. It's like a kind of like a Sex Pistols vibe.
Yes,
like
absolutely.
a Billy Idol type thing. Like there's
70s,
definitely some of that.
80s British
Yeah,
punk,
yeah.
yes.
There's definitely some of that there.
So they've got like a black and pink color scheme going on.
And I think that probably has the Team Skull thing going more. It's just like the neon, vibrant color. If they made them darker, I don't think that comparison, that contrast would be so, so apparent.
Team Skull seemed more gothic meets emo.
Kind of, yeah.
So this is a quote from Pokemon's website. Team Yell, they want nothing more for Marnie to become champion, and they all try to obstruct other challengers in all sorts of ways. They will take over hotel lobbies, prevent other challengers from accessing transportation, and even shout and distract opponents during battle. Whenever Marnie battles, it seems these Team Yell grunts are quick to appear, showing their support with Marnie print towels and horns.
So my highlight of the 2-minute little thing that I watched with the sound down was Team Yell. I love this idea. One, I totally picked up on the punk vibe right away. I think they look great. I think the stage is set, if they want to go there, for some very creative and funny writing. I love the idea of these super attached, crazy fans that do crazy things. I want them popping up like in her dressing room or behind scenes. Like I want them getting in places they're not supposed to be. I want to see them getting escorted away because they don't have credentials or badges. I want all of it. Like I want all of it. I want them watching her while she sleeps or sifting through her trash.
All right, these children are 10, 11 years old.
I'm just saying. I want crazy fandom. Like but you can do that in a PG way. That's super funny for kids and adults. And that's where I kind of want this to go. I think it'd be hilarious. I want them to book her, for like she's not even there. They're like, Marnie's my best friend and she doesn't show. And they're like, what are you talking about? I need all these stories. I think that would be great. I want to backfill all this out. That would be fantastic.
So they're not really the bad people this time around. They're not. All right. Additionally, they had a Japanese trailer, right? The UK and the
shout out to Becca.
Pretty much the same. Yes, shout out to Rebecca. Rebecca told us about the Japanese trailer being different. And the English website also goes into detail about this, but the Japanese trailer touched on this more. Talking about polka jobs.
So I saw this in like GIF form. I didn't watch the whole trailer in Japanese, but I saw this in GIF form. Mm-hmm. My impression was like it's basically like what you do in Smash with spirits. You send them off to get to go do job, and they come back with more experience.
Did you ever do Pokepelago for Sun and Moon?
Yeah.
Literally just like
kind of the same thing. Mm-hmm. Like the Miitopia type thing. It's like I just visually, you go to this little place, you pick out the things, they go and trot along, and they come back with more experience, like a little mini game. Got it.
So it's described as Pokemon and people working together. These jobs are requested by local corporations and universities for trainers in Pokemon to help out with their tasks. You talk to Rotomi, a Rotom machine in the Pokemon Center, to check the available Pokejobs. You can send your Pokemon from your boxes directly to any job, so you don't have to have them in your party, which is good. Any job your Pokemon helps out with will gain them experience and help them grow. So for Pokemon you might not want in your party, you could still make sure they get experience. Certain Pokemon types are better suited for certain Pokemon jobs, and you can even receive rare items for completing jobs.
Does this replace like Pokemon daycare, like Pokemon training farms and all that? Or is this like in addition to?
I think it's probably going to be in addition to. I would think so.
Okay. Sure. I'm all for it. Sounds fun.
Daycare is different. I think the daycare is for breeding exclusively.
So I always used it to gain experience, but yeah, I mean, more people probably use it for that than me. Okay.
Right, we have some Pokemon-related questions while we're at it.
Ooh.
Touching on it. Kyle the Pug asks, favorite new character from the trailer and why?
I mean, do the Pokemon count, or is it just BD or Marnie? I think Marnie wins hands down, but I mean, I think Morpeko was like my favorite thing to take away from the trailer.
Okay. I think he's talking about characters, so I'll also say Marnie. We didn't see much of BD or Betty.
Nobody's going to pick the other one.
I like her wind up and the pitch, and she like brought her knee all the way up, and then she throws the ball just like a pitcher, man. She had good form.
I just like her jacket.
Okay. Shellshock Prime, our boy Shellshock, asks, Will we see both of you cosplay as Team Yell members? Also, Dimsdale Wheezing Rocks. We're talking about Doug Dimmadome from Dimsdale from, oh my god, which cartoon was that? Fairly Odd Parents? I gotta look it up. I feel terrible now.
Probably not. But here's what I can say. When I was at MomoCon 2 years ago, I took a picture of a Team Skull cosplay. There was 9 people that dressed up all together, including like little kid toddlers, and they looked amazing. They would strike all the right poses. So it's a great idea, but you need more than 2 people. You know, like you need more than 2 people. So like maybe if all of PSVG cosplayed as Team Yell, but then Dev would whine and Kevin would like throw a fit and like Mo wouldn't show. I mean, it would fall apart. It would fall apart pretty quickly. So
it was Fairly Odd Parents. That's right.
That's a good show.
Yeah. Do you remember the old man like that ran Dimsdale Dimmadome?
No, I didn't watch it that much that I know all the characters' names and stuff.
Oh man,
I just remember the babysitter and the sister and the parents. Just watched it casually, but it's super good.
Okay, that's what he's talking about.
Okay,
good call. I think I did see that was like trending today, which is funny.
Really? Wow. Yeah, good call.
Like apparently thought that he looked just enough like him.
Caroline, Smash Brothers Ultimate holds the record for most viewed game during EVO.
It's amazing.
That is amazing. And as Kevin reminds us every week on PSVG Prime, streaming is a big deal. No matter how much I don't want to get involved and believe it, streaming's huge and people love it. And now I should say that this isn't the most viewed on one channel. This is the most viewed game during EVO across all channels. So it's all activity like weighed together, which makes sense because you got to think as the platform has become more and more apparent, like everybody's hosting streams instead of doing streams, right? So yeah, that makes sense. Darksiders 2 arrives to Nintendo Switch in September 26th for $30. We've been on the lookout for this one for a while. Darksiders 2 is my favorite Darksiders in the series. It's very Zelda-ish. Here's the problem with it.
Is this the one with the crazy collections? Like the crazy collectible versions?
I mean, they all have crazy collectible versions. Like, I don't know what that means.
I'm talking about like the one with the board game.
No. Nope, that's the new one. The new one coming out this fall is called Darksiders Genesis.
$30 is pretty cheap compared to the board game with $500.
Darksiders 2 is very Zelda-ish. Super fun. It's like Zelda meets God of War. It's a great game. Problem is, they released a trailer, which I can only assume is showing a Switch gameplay, and it looks real choppy. Real choppy. Like, that trailer did not look good. I watched it a couple times, because at first I thought it was my internet. Second time I watched it, I was like, this is not my internet. Like, this doesn't... I would hold off on pre-ordering that game. I would wait. Let's see some reviews. Let's hear how it runs, because it did not look fantastic. And then the Grandia HD collection was finally announced. It comes out in, 2 weeks? I didn't even write it down. I think it comes out in 2 weeks. It's like $40.
Seen, like, pictures and stuff.
Yeah. So it's on the way. You were getting that one, right? You were all super excited? No? I thought that you were all...
No, well, I mean, like, it's something that I would definitely play. I've got way too much going on right now.
I gotcha.
So I have Dragon Quest Builders from Jared. Jared sent me this one. He sent me the first game, and then I was watching Professor Switch play Dragon Quest Builders 2 tonight. And
which seems to be much better.
Caro game. It's a Caro game, man. Oh my gosh, I got to play that game.
Builders 2 seems to be so much better than Builders 1. I played Builders 1, and I liked it. It was good, but I didn't get into it.
Yeah, they said that there's huge quality of life improvements.
Yes, and I think that would... Yeah, that one's kind of on the radar. I don't think I'll get it anytime soon because I'm packed. I've got plenty to play.
I'm packed. And
Black Friday? Yeah, I'm gonna pick up Dragon because we're gonna get that game Black Friday for like $20.
I hope so. $29.99 at least.
Nah, $19.99.
It's $59.99 right
$19.99. You'll get Dragon Quest Builders 2 for Switch.
I'll hold you to it.
Or it'll hit Game Pass in like October.
Well, see, that doesn't count for me.
That'll be the other story. It can. You get Game Pass for PC. I'm just saying. Support Game Pass everywhere. All the Game Pass. All right, Caroline, let's get into some Shaq questions. Now, This one came in from a friend of mine. It's kind of a long one. Okay. Jamie asks, so the day after Shaq dropped last week, we learned that Nintendo Switch Online will in fact receive these extended game trials in America after all. We get to experience Mario Tennis Aces for free until August 13th. That's live today, right? I think I saw the tweet. Yeah, it's live right now. Yeah, if you're listening to it right now on your Nintendo Switch Online, go to the eShop and download Mario Tennis Aces. You get to play it for free for the next week. So you can get all that you want out of it or go buy it. It's also on sale for 30% off, which is still not like super great.
No.
30% didn't seem like enough.
I'm going to get Aces this Black Friday. I think it's going to be cheap enough that I'm going to
I'm going to play this demo this weekend, and then I'm going to decide, but we'll see.
Okay.
First question. What other game should Nintendo use in this fashion in the future? And I think this is probably like the best question. Like, this is the one a lot of people are going to think about.
All the games. I'm just saying, all the games. Like, everything. I don't think you can do a Zelda thing.
Ooh. No, I'm going to disagree with you there. So
you think people are going to play through it and be like, oh, man, I got to finish the game, and then they're going to buy it?
So the thing that I was going to say about Zelda Breath of the Wild is you don't want to give it away for free because it's your highest selling game. But nobody can beat it in a week. So you might as well put it up there for a week because maybe you'll get more people to go buy it.
Well, unless you speed run it and you can beat it in 30
minutes.
Yeah,
but you're not. But most people, your average consumer, like if you've got people that bought Odyssey and they're just like, I don't like Zelda, maybe you think about throwing that thing up there for a week and be like, dude, go run, go nuts, go crazy.
Yeah.
But you also have the people like Josh, that didn't have like that great onboarding that might turn them off from the game completely.
It's true.
They may get in and be like, this is super hard, I don't like this, and quit, which is fine. But I mean, I don't. That was a game that comes to my head, so I wanted to just stop you there. Give me another one.
I do think that it lends itself well to like these sports games, so you get a taste of the competition, and like a Splatoon would be good. They've done Splatoon.
Splatoon would be fantastic.
The Splatoon ones where now that Splatoon's over basically, but they did that in the beginning, the test runs for ARMS and Splatoon. I think they should definitely do something like this. Mario Tennis Aces is a good one. They've done Mario Tennis Aces for the tests too, didn't they? Demos?
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I think just anything kind of like that would be good. Yeah. I don't know. I don't feel... We'll answer the second part.
Okay. I'm going to say that Splatoon's really good. Splatoon is a really, really good one. ARMS is not a terrible one. I would play ARMS if you gave it to me for a week. I might jump back in just to throw some punches and play locally and see what that's like. Pokken Tournament.
Good. I forgot all about that.
You could drop that during a Pokemon week. Pokemon Let's Go. You could drop out of nowhere and let people play it for a week and see if you get them in it. I don't think this is great for a trial, but I'm going to kind of bend this question because we got Tetris, right? Where they gave us the game.
99, yeah.
Do that with Box Boy.
You with your Box Boy.
Give Box Boy away and let people try it.
I'm looking to see on my list right now because there's some stuff that I've got like that I'm waiting to play. Kirby Star Allies. I mean, like Kirby doesn't.
Kirby
sell
Star
that
Allies
much.
is good. It's a good game.
Yeah, I need to buy it.
It's not like it's not Robobot good, but I like it. It is good. I enjoyed it.
But like new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe.
That's a good. Any of the ports I think work well. Even like Yoshi, because you can't beat that in a week.
Super Mario Party.
That's a good one. Yeah. Because you could even let's say here with Mario Party, right? Even if you just get a weekend of play out of it,
right?
That's really valuable if you have like kids and stuff. You're playing locally. There's a lot of value there. Yeah. Okay. Second question: how often should Nintendo do these types of promotions? We have no idea. We don't know like if they'll ever do them again after this one. We don't know.
A new game every month.
Do you think they have the catalog for that?
Answer in the next part. There's another part that I'm just still waiting to get to.
Okay. So let's rope this into the question we're on now. Do you think Nintendo could partner with indies or on similar limited window, extended game time demos, trials, whatever you want to call this, free weekends, even though they're longer than that?
If they do that, they have an unlimited number. Like if they focus on maybe they have 2 indies a month instead of 1 Nintendo title.
I think they could get away with just one. If they could commit to doing it for 1 week a month. Every month of the year, you get access to play a game for free. That makes Nintendo Switch Online at its current price super valuable, like really valuable.
Yeah.
And the interesting part about that is, I'd very much like to ask Jules or one of the indie devs what they think about this, because I think Nintendo could probably slide because they're not giving away ownership for not giving the developer money.
Right.
I don't think they would have to pay somebody for their game. So, like, I'm thinking, like, Into the Breach is a great game that I don't think many are going to try. But I don't think they'd have to pay to let people just try it. Right? Like, hey, we're going to make your game free for 7 days. We're going to let people play as much as they want. We're not going to pay you for this. But it's It's promotion for you. Nintendo, the conglomerate, is going to promote your game, and we're going to put your game in the hands of thousands of people that would never buy it any other time.
Yep.
But because we're doing it, maybe they throw you $20.
This was the one that I wanted to say. Which one that should they use? But I knew that the indie part was coming. They need to throw Overcooked into this.
Oh yeah,
throw Overcooked into it.
It's a good one.
It will hook people over a weekend, and they'll be wanting to buy it.
Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight's a little bit daunting. And
Stardew Valley.
But I mean, they have Rocket League for Switch.
Rocket League's a great one. Rocket League's perfect. That's really, really good. I think I've always said this with and I think this for every service, not a Nintendo thing, but I think specifically for Nintendo, I think they should start. I think like 1 month of the year they should give you like a Fortnite season pass. Like, hey, here's your season pass. Go download Fortnite and keep playing. Just gets the Nintendo Switch people, like more attached to it. I think that's a good idea.
Sure.
Stuff like that. I think there's a lot that they could do here to get stuff like this. I'm very happy that we're getting it. I will play Mario Tennis Aces. I've already downloaded it. I will play it this weekend.
Cool.
I'm going to play it a lot. I want to do all the motion control stuff.
Demo for Oninaki.
I want to do the motion control stuff. That's all I'm like here for. I want to play Wii Tennis, Mario Tennis Aces. So if I like it, then I might buy it. So, and if I don't, then I won't. And either way, I'm not out $60, $48. So
yeah,
I like it. Sean Capri, friend of the show, asks, how likely is it that Caroline will try a Persona game after experiencing Fire Emblem's social game?
Who wants to donate their PlayStation 4?
I will. I've already offered you that. I have a PS4. I don't play it that much. If you want to play Persona, you can come get it. It's not a problem.
It's just I need a PlayStation to play it. Brian was even asking me earlier because I told him about this question. He said, "How old is Persona?"
Do you even know?
And I said, "I think it's PlayStation 2, right?"
I have Persona 5 as well. You don't have to pay for it. You take both. I have it. It's sitting right there. Yeah, got the game right over there. I had Steelbook and everything. I love it. It's so good.
I'll have to borrow it.
Didn't he ask another question? What was the other question he asked about the vouchers?
I don't know.
Dang it, Caroline.
What? No, I'm telling you, we haven't had any other questions.
No, we did. I just didn't because I've been so busy. I hadn't had a chance to get in there. I'm gonna go look it up right now. So fill air time.
Fill air. So yeah, I really do want to try Persona, Sean. Everybody's told me that it's absolutely a game that I would be enamored
Such a
with.
Caro game. There's not a more Caro game.
Yeah. So it's just a matter of I need the means to play it, and I'm not going to go out of my way and buy a PS4. Now Brian wants to buy a PS2. He wants to relive the glory days, and I'm like, why wouldn't we just buy a PS4 or something, to play all the PlayStation 2 games on there?
They don't have them all. That's why the PlayStation 4 doesn't do all the. So if you wanted to buy a PlayStation, if you wanted to go back to PS2, because PS2 is actually kind of somewhat collector hot right now, what I would tell you is to get a PS3 with backwards compatibility. Those are also kind of hot, but at least you can do both. At least you can get the PS2 old stuff and dabble into the PS3 stuff.
Yeah, I think he really wants just the PS2, the original fat, not slim version, just for kind of nostalgia's sake. And I understand completely.
I have a fat piano original fully backwards compatible PS3. I understand exactly what he's talking about. I have original versions of Clock Tower. I have all that. It's there. It sits in my living room.
So I'm thinking that might be a Christmas present down the road for him, because I looked online. They're like between 80 and 100 right now.
And they are getting, from what I've heard, the PS2 stuff is starting to move a little. So
everything's moving.
Sean also asked, why did I buy another set of Nintendo vouchers when I never need to play another game now that I have Fire Emblem? I'm so happy so many people are playing Fire Emblem. Like, can we just take a second?
People didn't know about Fire Emblem like a year ago. And now everybody's like, it's the hot anime item.
It is the hotness. and I'm happy that it's having its day in the sun, because I think people have known about Fire Emblem, but nobody I knew played Fire Emblem during Awakening.
I was scared of it at first, and I had a friend talk me into it. And told me that, it's not as daunting as you think it is. Your units don't have to perma-die anymore, all that kind of stuff. And so that's when I got into it. And it's just, just take the plunge.
It's snowballed.
This is a game that's gotten people interested. And I have to say, the the voice acting is top notch, and all of the voice actors I've been looking at have been doing amazing jobs promoting this game. The guy that does Sedith is in on this like meme that's going on right now, because Sedith says some like really stupid stuff and really paranoid, schizophrenic stuff about Flayn, right?
Yep.
And so people have made a meme out of it called Sedith Says, and one of them, I posted it on my Twitter, is like, I need your help. And it's like all these quests. You know how you get quests from them? And this is the quest. It says, I need your help. Flayn's gotten us stuck in the McDonald's play place. Do you see us waving at you? Can you come get us out? We haven't eaten our meal yet. And the voice actor has gotten on board and voiced all of these like fake quests in Sedith's voice that they've all been saying, and people are animating it, and it's like everybody's getting on board with this thing. Like there's just memes of Fire Emblem all week. It's phenomenal.
Now that I'm at the time skipped, I'm starting to get the feel that when you told me it's your favorite Fire Emblem, like I'm starting to liken up to that, because last week you told me that, I was like, really?
Oh, he told me
it's good, but I'm not seeing anything like that.
He's like, you need to slow down and you need to sleep on it. And I was just like, okay, whatever you say. Next morning.
But now that I literally got into a decision. I played that today after I got done with my presentation. I got to the battle and I just set it down. I was like, I can't make this decision right now.
I know. Just imagine I didn't eat my dinner for 45 minutes because I'm sitting here at the TV like,
right. And it is very much fun to see, like, coming from Awakenings to Fates to Echoes to now seeing, I mean, all of our like podcast friends are playing it. All of our streamer friends are playing it. It seems like everybody's playing it. Like a lot of people have jumped in on this one, and it's I'm only halfway through. Is the time skip like the official halfway point?
You're probably about 2/3 of the way through.
Oh, really? Okay. So
There's really not that many months after.
It's really good. I mean, that's what I can say. It's really good. It's deserving of it. It is really good. I think visualizing the relationship sim that Fire Emblem has always had in menus, but now like making it a gameplay element does so much to streamline that stuff. Whether you like it or not is not really the point. Like, it makes it so much easier to do now than ever before.
Right.
I think that's
Whereas
what really...
you weren't doing that previously, and now
because it was boring.
It's commonplace, and it's like integrated into the game.
Exactly. Yep. Sean, to answer your question though, actually, I mean, you got those vouchers, man. You get Link's Awakening, which I'm sure you already have pre-ordered. Pokemon. Come play Pokemon Sword and Shield with me. Speaking of Pokemon, you know the upsetting part today? Where is my Cubone? Think of it. It's called Pokemon Sword and Shield. I can't be the only person that wants to see Cubone with a helmet, a shield, and his bone. Like, does this not make any sense to anyone? Am I the only person?
It has to be a sword.
Where's Cubone? This makes all the sense in the world. It's Sword and Shield. He should be there. If there was ever a Pokemon on to get a Galar region.
Alolan Marowak.
And that was a mistake, because they should have saved it for Sword and Shield.
My shiny Alolan Marowak is awesome.
It is great, but come on. Sword and Shield? Wouldn't you like a little like British soldier Cubone? With like a little hat thing? Come on! I can't be I'm like, where is it? You know you have it. I know this is not gonna go by, without any respect. But Sean,
put a monocle on it.
Dude, there's so much there for Cubone and Marowak.
Cheerio.
Oh man. You get Animal Crossing on the way, Sean. There's lots you can. No More Heroes. Use that voucher. You save it. They do expire. You got to use them eventually. So I don't know if you'll ever get a chance to use them on No More Heroes. Not that I think you would, but you got to use it on something. That's why I still haven't bought into it yet. By the way, I thought I was going to buy all the vouchers once my Best Buy thing ended. I did jump back onto Prime, and Prime has stayed pretty true that. Like, they're not officially giving us the discounts, but it seems like on all of the highlight games,
like $49.
They're all 40. Yeah, like they're still kind of keeping the same price. So if they keep doing that, I won't buy the vouchers. So I'm still waiting. The vouchers are like my last resort to save some money. Yeah. I'm still waiting. I don't like that they expire. I think that's BS. Yeah, it's a digital good. It doesn't make any sense. But I get what they're trying to do with it. Sure. But like the ones that just came through, like you can still buy them. I haven't seen that they've been taken down. Even though they said like you would not be able to buy them after like, July 31st or whatever. Mm-hmm. They're still up. You can still buy them. Still up. Yeah, they're still up. Okay. You can keep buying them. I don't think they're going to go away. Didn't make any sense for them to go away.
No.
So, yeah, good stuff. That'll do it for this week. For us this week here in the Nintendo Shack. We will check you out next week. As apparently we'll probably talk more Fire Emblem. It's just basically the Fire Emblem Shack at this point. Pick the Nintendo Shack and pray.
Astral Chain.
I know, I'm right there with you. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of games coming out this month, but to be honest with you, it's Fire Emblem. It's Fire Emblem month.
Doug, it's hooks into me.
It's good. It's good. Oh, another comment that I can make that I haven't made yet. Melissa doesn't like me playing this game so much.
Oh.
I was sitting there playing on the TV, and I was having tea time with Dorothea, and I gave an answer, and I got a thing, and I was like, oh, and she was like, I had a hat like that, and you told me you didn't like it.
See, Brian loves it. When I have tea with everybody, he's like trying to help me to get the perfect tea time and stuff. Yeah. He loves it. He thinks it's great.
I'm picking out my classes based on the outfits.
You would.
I'm just scrolling through them like, nope. Yes, that one. Like, you didn't even have the skills for that. Doesn't matter. Looks fantastic.
Grimmery is hot for any girl. Grimmery is the bomb.
Look forward to it. Anyway, we'll check you out next week, Koopalings. Thanks for checking out the Nintendo Shack.
Bye.